Hello everybody and welcome back, and in this final video on the onboarding process with Flowcast, I'm going to show you how to create forecasts and scenarios. In the first video saw in 5 minutes how to get onboarded onto Flowcast and get a full 12-month overview plus the next 3 months forecast within 5 minutes of getting onto the platform. Second video, I showed you how to customize it to make it feel a lot more personable to your business, and you can edit it so it's a lot more playful and just nice to sort of view. So in this one, we're going to show you how you can create forecasts, scenarios, and how you can manage them, and the month-end actualization process, so you never ever lose out on site on any of your forecasts or actual costs that have come in that you didn't know about. So as you saw, the first thing when we came into the platform, one of the things we did was we hit auto detect recurring. So when you do come onto the platform, or when you load new transactions, every time you load new transactions, every time you hit auto detect, it'll go through that same process for you. So we've created that really nice UI process for you guys where you can go through everything and it'll pick up any that have come through. So if it can see that these transactions have come through, every now and then, it'll then flag it to you. And it's not 100% confident on this one because it was like, well, the values are different and the time between each payment is sporadic, so it's in 50% confidence. We want you to review it. It is a quarterly. You can change it to weekly, monthly, and you can change the value as well. But you can skip it if it's just random one-offs with a customer supplier. For this one, for example, I know with QuickBooks, this is my monthly cost, so I can save that into my forecast. HMRC, this is something different. It's not a recurring cost, so I can skip this for now. And then Google, yes, that is my workspace, so I can then go hit save. These ones, the ones that we're pretty much 100% confident is because they've come in on the same day every month at the exact same value. So we've already auto-done that for you, so you don't have to worry about it, and we're able to just match it to an existing sort of line that was already in your recurring transactions. But if that's not correct, you can delete it and it will remove it. And then you go to finish review, and you can see now that them committed costs have already come in, so you can see it there. But right now, it's duplicated the ones that I've pulled. I would remove the ones that I've. Looks like it's just this one HubSpot that I need to fix. Don't know why it's duplicated that. But you can delete it out, so it's easy, it's gone. Another way to create a forecast is you can do it manually. You can go create revenue, so you can put in the name. So I'm just going to put in Flowcast. That's my own. In fact, I'll pick a customer that we work with. So I'll do ATL. Let's put that in there. It's my other business. So if I just go here, ATL consult, I'll put it in at 30 quid. It's a monthly. When's it going to start? I'll just start it from the 1st of June. It's 12 months. Assign a status. It is live. Now, if it is live, then that allows us to be more accurate in terms of giving you commentary. So, this is how we expect things to finish based on what's exactly live and what we know is 100% guaranteed. And then this is what it could look like if the forecast as well. So, it's also a good way to sort of be able to split out. This is 100% committed, and this is a potential that it could happen. It might not happen. So put it to live. And then if you've got any scenarios created, you can assign it to different scenarios, or it just goes to your base forecast. And then where does it sit? In category. So let's just put it to sales. Save that down, and you can see that has now been added. So you can add as many recurring revenues or one-offs as well. If it's one-off, you can put it in. You can see the invoice that I've got in Xero, so I've made these up for the purpose of this demo. I'll just put these in, and you can see that when you connect to Xero QuickBooks, it pulls in all your open invoices. So you've got that there as well, whether it's a cost or a revenue. One thing that I do want to show you guys is how you can create a salary forecast. That is, so right now we can't connect to your payroll, so it's not easy to pick up an automated forecast. So you can build one in Flowcast manually. At least that way you've got one and you have an idea of what your salary costs every month, and then how much you need to pay in payee and NI. And the payee and NI is automatically connected to the live rate. So every time it changes, we automatically change it for you. So you just go to create employee salary, whatever it is, CEO, put in myself. One, again, I'll just put it in at the 1st. End date, there is no end date. And if I just put it in here. Pension, you'll need to put in yourself, whatever your company's pension rate is. And you can see here that it's automatically calculated my NI, payee, and my total monthly cost of bringing this person onto the business. And again, I can select, is it a base forecast, or if you've got a scenario where you're adding in loads of customers and you think, okay, I need to hire someone to support that, you can do that. Sign it to that scenario as well. You can turn this off if you're hiring outside the UK and you're not going to be paying pay ENI, etc., or you're an outside the UK business. You can turn this off so it doesn't pick up the automatic UK rates, and you can put in your own calculations if you wish to. And you hit save, and then it creates that for you. And this is good because it's important for a lot of business owners to know exactly what their NI liability is and how much they need to pay you as well, because they always forget. One of the big things. So that's how you create a manual scenario. Next, there's a simple way to create a forecast is you can, just type it in like you would in Excel in a pivot table. You can just put in here, type in whatever you want. Say I'm just putting here £1,000, and then automatically it creates that in that month. So that's if you just want to do quick typing, add it in, and then you can see it's put it there. And if you go to my forecast, you'll see that 1,000 is there now. And then over here is when I can edit it. I can give it a, customer name, what the actual is it a one-off or regular, etc., etc. So you can do that here. But the best way to do it all in a true AI platform is ask the chatbot. So the chatbot can do everything for you. So Crunchy is your very own sort of finance analyst and forecasting specialist, and it gives you all the details that you need about your business. So you can say, what is my current runway under the base forecast? If you ask it that, then within seconds it'll return answers to you. There you go. It's told you my runway is under the base forecast is reached in May 2026, so I'm going to run out of money, and that'll be because of the costs that I've put in. Yeah, you can see what happens there. Or I can then change my scenarios, etc. See what happens if I was to, delete some of the expenses that I've put in, or some of the invoices, the revenues. So yeah, Crunchy can do that. Or you can go, can you £5,000 in recurring revenue for a new customer I am going to go live with in June 26. And then it'll automatically add that into your forecast for you. So you don't need to do it. It does it for you, and then it'll tell you exactly what happens. And it'll actually ask questions like, which revenue category, which customer. If it's a new one, then it'll create the new customer for you. So you can say, new customer called Manchester. There you go, just a random thing. And okay, actually, new customer called Starling Bank. And put it under sales. Just leave it under sales. There you go. So it's going to go into Starling Bank. It'll create that, and then you can see what it's done. So it's asking me to create the customer. So if I go to customers then and go here and just type in Starling Bank, like I said, this is where the customer creation comes in. And now if I go back to my cash flow, go done, and now it'll create that for me. There you go, and it's automatic. You can see how that's automatically changed there. Next thing you can do is you can ask the chatbot to create new scenarios. So if you want to do scenarios, right? If I go to my forecast here, you can see here. So I've got already put this one here, and you can create new scenarios. But the easiest way to do it is always if you get the chatbot to do it for you. So create a new scenario. If I want to add a new marketing agency for 3 months to drive new leads at 1,000 per month, and then you can see it's going to do that for me. So it's already put that in. Yes, please. You can see that the new scenario is there. Now, what I could have done is I could have said keep the current revenues and cost as it is, but add the new marketing agency as an additional. You can see that it's added that additional marketing agency for lead gen in there for me. Yeah, it could have done that as well. So yeah, you can go into scenario management, look at the scenarios it's done. You can delete them, remove them, whatever you wish to do. This monthly review is a month-end process. So basically it helps you actualize and never lose sight on any forecasts. So what you can do is at the end of every month, so you'll have a forecast set for example, we're in May right now, you would have had a forecast in May on the 1st of June, you'll get a notification to say you need to go through your monthly reconciliation. And that'll just basically say, in May, you had a forecast of £30,000 of revenue and £15,000 of costs. And what actually happened was you had £33,000 of revenue and £12,000 of cost. We were unable to match these forecasted cost lines. Are they still happening? There's 3,000 that's not happened yet, or would you like to move it into a new period? And this means that you never ever lose sight. So if anything is still to come in, you will never, for example, forget about it, because the platform's telling you, would you want to move this into a new period? And then you move it into a new period with a new due date, etc. So it just keeps you on top of everything, keeps you on top of your numbers. You never lose sight. And yeah, that's the Flocast platform, guys. So at the moment, that is how you use it. You get the quick snapshot of your 12 months. We are releasing a VAT and tax, your NI calendar, so it'll be connected and you'll get a notification. There's a couple of other sort of clever features when it comes to scenario and forecasting management, and then there's a new dashboard which has a lot more sort of insights on it for the future-looking sort of immediate forecast for the next 3 months. It's trying to be a lot more like clever in terms of the insights it provides and what it can do, what the AI agent can, what the AI agent is going to be able to do as well for you. And yes, we'll also be having open banking coming, and we are going to be releasing a WhatsApp message every Friday, so you'll get an update every Friday on what's happened in your business. So if you're connected to Xero QuickBooks, it'll basically pick up what new transactions have come in, and it'll say, this is what's happened, and this is what it means for your business. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help businesses get to insight, get to visibility, to make better decisions, and allow you to create different scenarios to understand the impact of certain things that you want to do within your business, but you don't have the answers to that. And this will help you get to them answers a lot faster. So yeah, that is the Flowcast platform.